Over the past few years, you may consistently hear the term blockchain technology, mainly in the fields of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. If you're interested in those fields, what is blockchain technology? The answer to these questions is more complicated to say and understand. That means the answer must consist of the facts, including the technology used, how it works, and how it's becoming vital in the digital world. Blockchains are growing and more user-friendly technology. The responsibility is on you to learn and prepare for the future. If you're new to blockchain, this is the time to gain the solid foundational knowledge. Watch till the end. What is blockchain technology? Blockchains are record-keeping technology designed to make it impossible to hack or forge the data stored on the system. It makes the system secure and immutable. In simple words, it's a distributed database shared among a computer network. Blockchain stores information electronically in digital format as a database. As I mentioned, blockchain is well known in the cryptocurrency systems, such as Bitcoin. It's for maintaining a secure and decentralized record of transactions. Blockchain guarantees the reliability and security of data and generates trust without creating the need for a trusted third party. The difference between a typical database and a blockchain is how the data is structured. Blockchain collects information together in groups named blocks consisting of information. Blocks have specific storage capacities. After filing, they close and link to the previously served block. It creates a chain of data, which means the blockchain. Advantages and disadvantages of blockchain. Blockchain has many benefits, and security is one of the main ones. It's a secure method of safeguarding sensitive data. The data is encrypted using public key cryptography as the chain is distributed across a network. They guarantee network cannot lose the data due to a physical attack or an electrical or mechanical failure. Transparency is another critical benefit of blockchain, and users can view the transaction on publicly available search sites through the data stored in a block that's encrypted. Blockchain uses consensus mechanisms to confirm the validation of the transaction when recording cryptocurrency transactions. The efficiency of the system, especially in recording data transactions, is approved by the blockchain. Transaction time can vary due to the specific transaction, but it operates around the clock. It continues based on local time or business hours, converting transactions effectively. Auditability is another advantage of blockchain. Blockchain transactions are unchangeable because the system audits are much faster and easier to perform. That's created blockchain as a popular choice for financial transactions. Auditors can view blockchain transactions on public ledgers, and it saves time wasting to collect financial statements from clients. The long wait for financial transactions to clear. Since blockchain transactions can be validated quickly, automation capabilities like generating systematic actions, events, and payments automatically as blockchain is programmable. Public and private keys have been involved in blockchain and cryptography. In that sense, problems with private keys have been reported. The users have had to face some challenges when they lose their private keys. This is a disadvantage of blockchain. Scalability restrictions are another, and they limit the number of transactions per node. The process takes a few hours to finish multiple transactions and other tasks. Changing or adding information efforts recorded is another significant disadvantage of blockchain. The impact. Bitcoin is the blockchain's prime application and the main reason developers developed the technology. Blockchain is to help many people through financial services such as digital wallets, provided microloans, and allowed micropayments to people in less than ideal economic circumstances. It's just like introducing new life into the world economy. The concept of trust within international transactions is the following significant impact. In previous times, lawyers have played a major role in filling the trust gap, but it costs extra time and money. The introduction of cryptocurrencies solved the Rust equation radically. Blockchain renders a significant advantage to affected people and organizations located in areas where resources are scarce and corruption is rife. It helps them to escape from the tricks of third-party intermediaries. The concept of the Internet of Things is where blockchain comes in. When you turn on your washing machines to manage traffic safety in your community, you're already teaming with smart devices. Creating smart contracts using blockchain technology is helping to improve operations and keep more accurate records. Number 1. Banking and finance. Banking is the leading industry that benefits from integrating blockchain into its business operations more than any other industry. The operating time of a financial institution, only operating business hours 5 days a week, is keeping you waiting for the transaction. For example, if you make your deposit on Friday at noon or after 6 p.m., you have to wait until Monday to see that your transaction's in the normal process. But the case in the blockchain is way the opposite. Blockchain never sleeps. Consumers can see their transactions processed by integrating blockchain into banks within 10 minutes. A minimum of 10 minutes is the time to add a block to the blockchain. It never considers whether holidays, the time of the day or week to do the transaction. Money transfers are much faster and cheaper. Blockchains allowed banks to exchange funds between institutions more quickly and securely. The risk of stolen information during the transaction process in digital payments has been minimized in blockchains due to the cryptographic algorithms to process and record transaction blocks. The money and shares are frozen when you're not in the process of the stock trading business. Number 2. Currency. Blockchain is the bedrock for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Technically, users' data and currency are at the notion of the respective bank or government. In that case, the client's private information is at risk if the bank is hacked. In the situations like bank collapses or unstable governments, the currency's value may be at risk. Bitcoin was first developed in this situation. Blockchain gives space to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to operate without the involvement of a central authority by spreading its operations across a network of computers. It's eliminated processing and transaction fees, as well as reduced risk. This helps to stabilize the currency for countries with unstable currencies or financial infrastructures. It makes a broader network of individuals and institutions domestically and internationally to do business. Countries or governments lacking the infrastructure to provide identification and cannot access savings or brokerage accounts can use cryptocurrency wallets for savings accounts. No way to safely store wealth. Number 3. Automation through smart contracts. A smart contract can be identified as computer code. It's to facilitate, verify, or negotiate a contract agreement. Smart contracts work under a set of conditions to which users agree. Let's take an example of leasing an apartment using a smart contract. In that case, the landlord agrees to give the tenant the door code to the apartment after the tenant pays the security deposit. Respective portions of the deal to the smart contract are sent by both the tenant and the landlord. If in a case like a landlord doesn't supply the door code by the lease date, the smart contract refunds the security deposit genuinely. Smart contracts exclude the fees and the processes in the cases using a notary, a third-party mediator, or attorneys. Smart contracts play a massive role in the financial services industry and companies. They're spending considerable time making the process much more efficient. Number 4. Customer data storage. Identity verification process with their clients to prevent fraud and money laundering is a fact that most financial companies must go through. The process costs more time and money, but it's the cost of doing business. Store customer data on a blockchain, which various financial companies can access, can be an alternative. A company can go through the Know Your Customer process and add the client's data to the blockchain. The other companies can access the client's data without going through the process alone. The process saves time for the client, who does not need to go through the Know Your Customer process for each new financial account. Number 5. Stock markets. Stock markets slow transactions and create a barrier for buyers and sellers as it's highly regulated. But the proponents of blockchain have to speed up transactions while safeguarding data and eliminating the potential for fraud. It prevents market manipulation in stock marketers. Cryptocurrency exchanges tamp down on the market manipulation and are commonly used to drive prices. Speeding up trade settlements by reducing the process to hours is another use for blockchain in stock markets. Tokenization is a digital token that can be logged into a blockchain for a stock share or another asset. There's no need for the stockbroker's commission to do a transaction involving the token. Number 6. Financial services technology. Blockchain has significantly impacted the financial sector, especially in the financial services industry. Financial advisory firms create their money from fees. But blockchain cut off that source of costs, and the financial services companies that connect with blockchain technology can reduce the loss of income. Bypassing banks, knowing your customer technology, and streamlining payments and transfers are ways that blockchain will transform financial services. Finally, we can see that hundreds of financial companies have started using blockchain technology. Blockchain stocks have developed popular investment opportunities, and it's clear that the industry understands the potential advantages. Undoubtedly, blockchain is converting as a growing part of financial services going forward. I hope today's video gives you an idea about blockchain and its impact on money.